Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Bachelorette fans say Jenn Tran's season annihilated franchise. Former Bachelorette Jenn Tran is currently enjoying herself in season 33 of DGTS. She's moved on from her failed dating show season, but for Bachelor franchise fans, it's still a major topic of discussion. Right now, the question fans are mulling over is whether or not her season single-handedly marked the end of an era. Read on to find out what happened. Did Jenn Tran's season ruin the franchise? Jenn's Bachelorette season marked the 21st time viewers have seen a leading woman go through the on-screen dating competition to find her forever partner. That being said, because of the chaos that was Tran's season, and because of enduring the same old concept since 2003, some viewers are starting to be over the dating competition series. In a Reddit thread, Bachelorette fans agreed that after the previous disaster, they aren't looking forward to another season. Here are a few of the comments. I don't know if I'm taking a break, or I'm just done with the franchise now. I have not cared to continue with the franchise. I will jump for joy when it's cancelled. What went wrong in Jenn's season? When it comes to Tran's season of The Bachelorette, it went from great to uncomfortable to shocking in the span of just a few weeks. The uncomfortable aspect had to do with the contestants themselves. The men she had to choose from were quickly dubbed as unusual casting choices. What really took the cake, though, was who the Bachelorette ended up choosing. She proposed to Devon Strader, and while he accepted her offer, viewers didn't get to see the romantic moment take place. That's because not long afterward, he called out the engagement via phone call, leaving Tran completely devastated. It got even worse in the final rose ceremony, when it was revealed that Strader reached out to Maria Jorgas, a former Bachelor contestant, after dumping Jenn. Needless to say, the finale was arguably the most jaw-dropping in franchise history, and was a major turnoff for several fans. These spin-offs to the rescue. Season 21 of The Bachelorette might have ruined the Bachelor franchise for some, but most have agreed that there are still some shows worth watching, and those exceptions are the Golden shows. Following Jerry Turner's inaugural Golden Bachelor season, viewers raved about seeing older contestants find love. Joan Vassos is the leading lady for Season 1 of Golden Bachelorette, and the sentiment is still the same. Viewers have already predicted that she won't find love. However, fans have been enjoying watching her date, and they approve of her season's contestants. There have even been some moments where the men's vulnerability has made fans emotional. Fans of The Bachelorette are buzzing, and not in the usual way. Jenn Tran, the latest lead, has sparked a major divide, with many fans saying her season has left the franchise in ruins. The reception to her stint on the show has been so intense that fans are debating whether it marks a fresh chapter or the beginning of the end for the series. So what exactly happened during Jenn's season that has people talking about the demise of The Bachelorette? A new style of lead, the confident Jenn Tran. When Jenn Tran was announced as The Bachelorette, she was already a popular name. Known for her bold, ambitious personality and her passion for both her career and family, she represented a break from the stereotypical leads who tend to be warm, but often more reserved. Jenn was different. She was direct, unafraid to challenge norms, and brought a no-nonsense approach to love that sparked admiration and skepticism alike. From the very first episode, it was clear that this season wasn't going to follow the conventional formula. Jenn was upfront about what she was looking for: a partner who could keep up with her, both intellectually and emotionally. She didn't shy away from pushing her suitors to open up, questioning their intentions, and challenging any hint of dishonesty. This directness was refreshing for some but left others feeling unsettled. For many, Jenn's unyielding approach struck a discordant tone, especially for those used to the more demure or sweetly patient archetype of past leads. Breaking the format, a season of twists. This season introduced a plethora of twists, allegedly spurred by Jen's insistence on keeping things real. The first notable change: Jenn discarded the traditional first impression rose ceremony. Instead, she opted to send home multiple contestants before the night was over, based solely on their interactions in the limo and her first gut instinct. While some saw this as empowering, others felt it was disrespectful to the participants who traveled miles to be there. The fans' response was swift. How can we be invested in these men if half of them don't even get a chance to make an impression? Some viewers complained on social media. The season continued with other unexpected alterations to the structure. Jenn refused the show's typical grand dates and staged a series of down-to-earth outings, cooking lessons, local hiking trips, and even a day volunteering at an animal shelter. While Jenn's fans applauded her desire for genuine connection, others said that by foregoing the glamorous dates, the show had lost its escapist charm. Fans who turned in for romance and high-end adventures suddenly felt like they were watching a reality show about their own neighborhood. Contestants walk out on The Bachelorette. One of the biggest shocks of the season was the contestant exodus. Jenn's questioning style and the intense expectations she placed on her suitors had several men opting to leave the show. By the fourth week, 3 men had walked away, each citing the pressure Jenn put on them to be deeply introspective and fully emotionally available. For some, this was a clear reflection of the cultural shift in dating. Gone are the days of superficial exchanges. People now seek depth, openness, and honesty. But for others, this spelled doom for The Bachelorette, which traditionally leaned on lighthearted banter and lighthearted escapades to balance the emotional moments. The backlash reached its peak as fans accused Jenn of running the show like a therapy session rather than a romance-filled reality show. The social media divide. Social media, of course, amplified the drama. Within days, Twitter was ablaze with hashtags, including #BacheloretteRIP, #JenTheDestroyer, and #RealRomanceRuin. Each episode sparked more debates than the last, with one side celebrating Jenn for taking down the facade of reality TV romance, and the other lamenting the loss of the series' escapist allure. Fans who supported Jenn saw her as a feminist icon, someone who refused to be bound by the franchise's expectations. She embodied a new era of reality TV dating, where the lead is less a fairy tale figure and more a real woman, making hard decisions and asking tough questions. Others, however, argued that The Bachelorette had lost the very essence of what made it enjoyable, a blend of romance, whimsy, and dreamlike experiences. The season's Instagram comment sections were flooded with debates, with some longtime viewers vowing to never watch again if the franchise continued in this new direction. Producers weigh in. Is it still The Bachelorette? The Bachelorette producers are usually tight-lipped about the inner workings of the show, but even they couldn't ignore the storm Jenn's season unleashed. Anonymous insiders spoke to various media outlets, revealing that Jenn's season had forced them to re-evaluate the structure and tone of the series. Some even hinted that a lighter, more traditional lead might be on the horizon for the next season to appease the angry fan base. However, some producers are standing by Jenn's approach, suggesting it's simply the next evolutionary step for the show. Reality TV has changed, one insider commented. We can't keep relying on outdated tropes and fairy tale romance when our audience is craving something real. This internal tension mirrors the larger cultural conversation surrounding reality TV dating. Should these shows evolve to reflect modern relationships or stay within the comfort zone of fantasy and escapism? The impact on ratings. Despite all the controversy, there's no denying that Jenn's season has been one of the most watched in recent years. Ratings have soared as more viewers tuned in, curious to witness the drama and controversy firsthand. Even those who publicly condemned the season continued watching, if only to join in on the online discourse. This irony hasn't gone unnoticed, with fans acknowledging that while Jenn's season may have ruined The Bachelorette for some, it's brought a level of engagement that the franchise hasn't seen in years. The road ahead for The Bachelorette. Now that Jenn Tran's season has concluded, The Bachelorette faces a crossroads. Do they return to the tried-and-true formula of fairy tale romance? Or do they continue down this path of gritty realism and push the boundaries of traditional dating show tropes? Fans are divided, with some yearning for the show to return to its roots.